In this video, we will learn how to connect EES and Matlab. First, we should say that how this will be done. We create a file with Matlab named from matlab.dat where the required information for EES is saved. Then EES performs the calculations and the results will be written in a DAT file named to matlab.dat. So we should start with Matlab and the code is represented here. Now we can go through each line and see how we can establish this linkage. This is the Matlab file. With CLC, we clear a screen, and with clear all variables in workspace are deleted. A cell is defined in which we keep the input variable. Here we can see that there are 3 rows and 3 columns. Nitrogen with temperature of 300 Kelvin and pressure of 100 kilopascal. Also, we can see the temperature and pressure for the CO2 and ammonia. The cell is named prop info here. The size of cell prop info is calculated and stored in n rows and n col variables. The address of the files are defined. We have that file that takes the inputs from Matlab and is read by EES. So this file is named from matlab.dat and the address is stored in variable is input. And also the same for is output should be done. We need an address and a dat file. Then when is runs, the outputs are written in another dat file that would be read by Matlab for the continuation of the problem process. Here, we should mention that all files are required to be saved in the same root, both Matlab and EES files. After defining the address of storage of the input and output files, we have a for loop based on the need we have in the problem. Here, we have a for with 3 iterations. First, with the command fopen, we open the file is input. With the command fopen of Matlab, we can open or obtain information about the open file. There are different permissions or file access types for this command. By selecting W, we can open or create new file for writing. Then by command fprintf, we write in the open file feed. We have one string, the name of refrigerant, and 2 numbers for properties of the refrigerant. After writing the variables from Matlab into the dat file, command fclose will close the dat file. Then the system function is used to execute EES within Matlab with command solve, and then the specified EES file will be solved. Then after, by dlmread function, data from EES is read by Matlab. This dlmread function is used to read ASCII delimited files. Then the content of the prop info in the specified row is displayed in command window of Matlab. Then the output parameters are allocated to the right variables that are defined in Matlab for the continuation of the process. Now it is its turn. In EES, First, by directive $unit system, we define the units that will be used through the execution. Then, by $import directive, we import data from the external dat file of the from matlab.dat. The variables that the imported data should be assigned to are defined here. We can see we have here $, which is refrigerant, T is temperature, and P is pressure. The value from the dat file are assigned to the variables, then the required operation is done inside of the EES file. And finally, by $export directive, data from EES is exported to the external dat file, called here to matlab.dat. But just the variables that are mentioned here at the end of the line. As we can see here, we have H, S, and C. In the second part, we want to use an external library of EES. Here, we can see the external library of pipe dimension that can extract the information of a specific steel pipe. It just requires the size and the schedule of the pipe. A specific pipe is identified by pipe diameter and another non-dimensional number for wall thickness, referred to as the schedule. With nominal pipe size and schedule, the external library of EES pipe dimension will calculate the thickness, the inner and the outer diameter, and the flow area. Now we can go into MATLAB and see how to call the external library of EES from MATLAB to get required information. In MATLAB, the schedule and the pipe size are defined in pipe info cell. The address of input and output are also defined. The EES input 2 is opened and the data of pipe info cell is written in this file. The file is closed and the EES file is run and the considered EES file is executed. After execution of EES file, the dat file to MATLAB 2 is written and by command dlm read, the data is read in MATLAB and are transferred into the variables. Now we can calculate and see the inner and the outer diameters, the thickness, and the flow area.